return to town. Having dispatched the evil within the local mind and lifting the curse on the small town nearby, Artemus Tau and Father Hezekiah Hill travel back to the town where their journey began. Hello and welcome back everyone to Artemus Tau, Trederran Veteran. Let's take a look at the changes to Artemus and Father Hezekiah since our last episode. Artemus has 2,410 in experience, $2,160 in gold. He has 8 pieces of darkstone in his darkstone chest. He's now carrying 7 anvils of weight, and he has 1 point of corruption. Father Hezekiah is now -1 to his luck. His max grit is now 3. He has 515 in experience, $500 in gold. He is carrying 4 anvils of weight, and he also has 1 point of corruption. Let's join Artemus Tau and Father Hezekiah Hill as they travel back to the once cursed town. Hello and welcome back to Artemus Tau. Father Hezekiah will be accompanying us to town. We're going to sell off all the darkstone and split the money. We're also each going to try to get rid of some corruption. Both Artemus and Father Hezekiah gained enough XP to level up. So Artemus will be leveling up to level 4, and Father Hezekiah will be going to level 2. Spending 2,000 XP for Artemus and rolling on his upgrade bonus chart. 7 is +3 health and +3 sanity. Continuing down the soldier line, Artemus will be taking unflinching. His willpower is now 3+. Father Hezekiah will spend 500 XP rolling on his upgrade bonus chart. 7 as well. He gains D6 health and D6 sanity. His health will be the red die, his sanity will be the blue die. 4 health and 5 sanity. Father Hezekiah will be going down the occult studies tree. Taking ancient writing, he is now +1 faith while in an other world, and +1 to his max grit. That takes his max grit to 4 now. As Father Hezekiah and Artemus head back towards the small town they just saved from the curse, let's see if they add a travel hazard. On a 1, 2, or 3, they will add a hazard. Artemus adds 1 hazard. Father Hezekiah also adds a travel hazard. For the travel hazards, the gold die will be the tens digit, and the darkstone die will be the singles. Artemis's travel hazard will be 52. Bandits. Waylaid by bandits on the road, the heroes fend off as many as they can. The bandits surround each hero individually. There are 5 bandits per hero, and each hero must roll a d6 to see how many of those bandits they defeat. For every bandit you defeat, gain 10 XP. For each of your 5 bandits you do not defeat, lose $25, 1 darkstone, or 1 gear or artifact of your choice. Artemus will defeat all 5 of the bandits around him. Father Hezekiah will smite these wicked men, defeating how many? Also 5! Artemus and Father Hezekiah are quite the formidable duo. Father Hezekiah's travel hazard will be 22. 22 is Blighted Desert. The desert is dry and unforgiving as you come across the first watering hole for miles. The area around it is littered with bones of the dead. Not a good sign. Each hero loses 1 grit. Not bad at all. Could be much worse. As our duo approach this once haunted and cursed town, let's see what this town has become. 6. It is now a standard frontier town, not a curse in sight. Let's see what has built in the place of the sheriff's office that closed down. It is a gambling hall. The sheriff moves out of town and the gambling pit bosses have moved in. Both Father Hezekiah and Artemus Tau will be staying in the campsite. Today's daily event: heavy rain. A brutal rain hammers the town, flooding the streets with mud and soaking to the bone any who dare to set foot outside. All rolls on a location event chart in town today are -1 to the roll, minimum of 2. Let's see what happened to Artemus and Father Hezekiah at the campsite. For Artemus, 10, an uneventful night. It's an uneventful evening of drunken debauchery and raucous songs around the campfire. No effect. Father Hezekiah experiences 8. He also had an uneventful night. Trouble knows better than to come a-calling on these two. Artemus is going to head over to the street market and sell the dark stone that he and Father Hezekiah have collected. Father Hezekiah is going to stay in the campsite and attempt to lift this curse from himself. Rolling for Artemis's location event at the street market, -1 to this roll from heavy rain. Comes a 7, hogs and horse thieves. Dark and foreboding, the back alleys of the street market stink of fish and filth. Smells like home. No event. We sell our 8 pieces of darkstone. Do it in batches of 4. The first 4 pieces sell for $300 total. The next 4 pieces sell for $380. Back at the campsite, Father Hezekiah will roll for his location event. Again, -1 to the roll. 6. A sad collection of the poor and scruffy. The sights you see in the campsite are not pretty, but the smells are worse. No event. He's going to make his way over to the church tent at the campsite to perform an exorcism to remove this curse. This will be -1 to his roll. A 6 is a success. The curse has been healed. He's now back to 2 for luck. As Artemus heads back to the campsite to meet up with Father Hezekiah and split the earnings from the Darkstone, let's see if there's a town event tonight. No event. Back at the campsite, Artemus gives Father Hezekiah $340 in gold for his share of selling the Darkstone. Today's daily event: Runaway cart. Hearing a scream from across the street, you look to see the driver of a loaded cart explode into a fleshy mass of tentacles and bone spikes. Leaping from the cart, the beast is brought down. Spook, the horses bolt, taking the cart with them as they plow through the street towards a nearby ravine. All heroes may make an agility 6+ test. For each 6+ rolled, you may gain 1 bandage, whiskey, or tonic side bag token pulled from the cart before it goes over the edge. Artemus will do his best to try and grab what he can from the cart. He has agility 2+. He successfully grabs 1 item. He managed to get himself a bottle of whiskey before the cart went over the edge. Artemus will roll on the campsite hazard chart. A 7, another uneventful night at the camp. Let's see how Father Hezekiah fared at the camp last night. Also a 7. I think the presence of Artemus and the preacher in this campsite has kept the ne'er-do-wells at bay. Today, Artemus and Father Hezekiah will both go to the church. Artemus will now roll for his church location event, arriving shortly before Father Hezekiah did. Six, faith to the forsaken. The preacher's fiery oratory echoes through the mostly empty church. No event.
Unrepentant.
As Father Hezekiah enters the church, he encounters
see the sin.
Six as well.
And gouge
faith
it
to the
out
forsaken.
before it can infect you.
Artemus is going to spend $100 to try and banish his 1 point of corruption.
As long as
With
we
a
have
wave of his
faith in
hands,
God,
a few cryptic words, and a splash of holy water, you'll be good as new. They'll knock the corrupt influences right out of you. Remove D6 minus 2 corruption
we can
points.
feel it in our hearts. Trust your
He
gut.
removes his 1 point of corruption.
God is with you.
Father Hezekiah will also make a $100 donation to the church to attempt to banish his corruption point.
When you need to act.
D6 minus 2. And he heals his corruption as well. Father Hezekiah speaks with Artemus before returning to his occult studies in an attempt to convert him to be more religious.
Now,
I think Artemus will respectfully decline for now and bid farewell to the preacher, wishing him luck in his future studies. Will there be a town event tonight? No event. I think we will spend one last day here in town before moving on. Today's daily event, Rolling Tumbleweed. Just another day on the frontier of the Wild West. Tumbleweed and wide open sky as far as the eye can see. Every hero may heal up to 2 sanity damage. While it is very nice, we do have no damage to heal. Let's see if anything went down at the campsite last night. 7, another uneventful night. I guess lifting the curse from this town also eliminated a lot of the unsavory element from around here. Or they're all at the newly opened gambling hall. Today Artemus will go to the general store, rolling for his location event. 11. New items in stock. Fresh in from the Badlands, the shop owner shows you his new gear for sale. Draw 3 gear cards. Any of these may be purchased for their listed price. If there is no listed price, that card may be purchased for $25 as a special sale. Man, that's exciting. Our first gear card, a Critter Trap. It's a free attack once per adventure. Choose a small size enemy adjacent to you and remove it from play to stuff it into the empty Critter Trap. While in town, you may sell the trapped enemy for a peril die plus $50. This will empty the Critter Trap. The Critter Trap is $50. Our next gear card, Throwing Hatchets. Gain 2 hatchet tokens. Those will be $25. And lastly, a Powder Keg. Discard to throw, just like dynamite. After any bounce, any models in the same and adjacent spaces take a peril die of wounds, ignoring defense. Any other model on the same map tile also takes 2 hits from falling debris. That is $400. Artemus will definitely spend $75 and get the Critter Trap and the Throwing Hatchets. He did come over here with the intent to buy some dynamite, but these throwing hatchets might be fun. While chatting with the merchant at the general store, the merchant mentions how unique this weapon that Artemus is carrying is. He's never seen one of his kind. He offers to buy it from Artemus for $350. Artemus, eager to shed many memories from his past life, agrees to sell it to the man, relinquishing his old Darkstone carbine for $350. Will there be a town event at the end of today? No event. Happy to see that this town is taking a turn for the better. Artemis Tau heads out into the frontier in search of his next adventure. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in Artemis's next episode.